I stand on that we make it so much harder to live our dream life than it really is. And you're probably like, Michaela, what are you talking about? Can you explain? Can you expand? Because I've been trying to build my dream life forever and I'm still here. So hey everybody, my name is Michaela and I'm the host of Cozy and Thriving, and I plan on being a full-time content creator and podcaster by the end of 2025. Now you're probably like, Michaela, okay, you're just spitting out like bold statements and we're not getting anywhere. Get somewhere. So I'm going to get to it. I am going to get to it. I plan on being a full-time content creator by the end of 2025. But this episode is about building your dream life. And the thing about building your dream life is that you need to take it one step at a time. And my step is making my dream career come true. I truly believe that you, whoever is going to be able to start to see parts of their dream life come true by the end of 2025, we still have like 5.5 months left, y'all. We have 5.5 months to see a change, to make a difference. And I don't know, not everybody's going to feel this way, but because fall is coming up, because the end of the year is coming up, there's so many fun things, so many activities, so many fun things to do to romanticize your life, that I just felt like throwing in something like practical, something that is like actually going to not only satisfy you in the moment, and maybe it won't satisfy you, I don't know, but it will satisfy me. Not only satisfy me in the moment, but in the long term. Like, I am going to begin to build something that I'm going to see the fruit of going forward. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm almost 30, maybe it's because I'm just ready for a change. I don't know where this like all of a sudden like this spurt came from, but I'm ready. I'm ready to take it, and I'm ready to take you with me, and I'm ready to do this with you because you're also going to do this, okay? I want to talk about finding your why before I tell you my why. I want to talk about how you should get to this place of like knowing what you want, so that way you can start to make the change. And before I start anything, I want to emphasize your dream life will not look like mine, and it shouldn't look like mine. I don't want you to just like take all this stuff and be like, okay, she wants to be a content creator, she wants to be a podcaster, she wants to do all of these things, so I'm going to follow her steps to a T and do exactly what she's doing, because then you're going to end up living my dream life instead of yours. So it's okay that yours looks different than mine. So now finding your why of what you want to do. And of course, if you've been watching my podcast for a little bit, or listening, that I give journal prompts for you to reflect on, to journal on, whatever, just to kind of like help build that dream life of yours. So I will give that to you. But the main reason why I think that it is so important to know your why is because once you know that why, it gives you so much motivation to keep going. Because if I'm being completely honest, y'all, if I didn't know my why, if I didn't know like what I wanted for the future, I would not be doing this right now. I would not be sitting here doing this podcast. I would not have been on social media for 2 years doing this type of content, cozy content. Like, I wouldn't have been doing that for 2 years and not seeing anything. I would not continue to post, even though I'm like, that I just don't understand the algorithm. Like, I just would not be here. So finding your why is going to keep you motivated to keep pushing. And there's things where I've like just seen stories of like success stories of people starting businesses or people like wanting to live a certain way. And it was like failure after failure after failure, and not even necessarily failure, but just like change. Like, they just wanted change. What they were doing before didn't really like align with what they wanted. And so they kept sticking through it. It was just like, I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep going. And as they kept doing that, as they kept pushing, as they kept going, eventually something broke. And once that thing broke, it was like they just like hit the ground running, and they haven't looked back since. So I'm not going to say there's not going to be challenges and trials and hard things, but I am saying that when you push through those things, when you push through the burnout, you know what I mean. If you've been listening, don't push yourself to burnout. But after the burnout, you do it again. You don't change everything completely. Once you do that, there's going to be something that clicks. There's going to be something that hits. There's going to be something that just takes you to the next level. And that is what we're looking for. Okay, that's what we're looking for. So journal prompts will be on the screen, but I'm also going to read them out loud, and I'm also going to answer them kind of in my way, like just in my journey. So number 1 is, what does your dream life actually look like? So for me, my dream life looks like having time with my family. I think that we have gotten into this like society just where mom works, dad works, kids go to school, and we see each other for like 3 hours after, because especially when kids get older, they want to go see their friends. They don't want to be home as much. Like, it's just like all of these things. And I personally don't want that. I want to be home. And even now, me and my husband were talking about it the other day. Like, we just kind of take for granted that both of us work from home. Like, we see each other all the time. And when you are truly best friends with your husband, that doesn't bother you. So I love that we get to work at home, like together, but separately. Like, we work in the same room. He's editing, I'm editing. And like, it's just like, what is that? I would have never dreamed that me and my husband would be working in our house together. I should say, I would have never thought. It would be a dream for both of us to work from home. So a dream life for me looks like getting out and staying out of debt, spending time with friends and family, and honestly, helping you guys on my podcast live a life that you want to romanticize. Truly, I believe that God gave me a heart that is just for women, and seeing women live their fullest potential, and also just like living their dream life, and also just being happy. I went to school for psychology when I thought I was going to be a counselor because of that. But you know, God moves in ways that we would have never imagined. Also, my dream life looks like waking up and having a nice slow morning. It looks like being flexible with my schedule. It looks like being able to have vacation whenever. Like, that's kind of just what I view my dream life to look like. And the next question is, what are you willing to do to make it happen? What are you willing to put in? And if you follow me on TikTok, I'm not sure how I want this podcast to go going forward with this series, but if you follow me on TikTok, I know I always talk about Instagram more. I'm like, follow me on Instagram, but TikTok is just kind of like called me back recently. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I'm going to be doing a series of like me becoming a full-time content creator by the end of 2025. And it's going to be a weekly podcast. It's going to be a weekly series. So every single Monday, I'm going to post part of like my journey in getting there. And so you will see more of the things that I'm doing to make it happen, what I'm like not doing, and all the things. So what am I willing to do to make it happen? I'm willing to treat this like a job, like I'm getting paid right now. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, I have other work to do first and all this other stuff. No, I want to be a full-time content creator. So I'm going to be a full-time content creator starting today. Hey, I'm Michaela, and I'm a full-time content creator and podcaster. So that's what I'm willing to do. I'm willing to start acting like this is my full-time career right now. Not just a side thing, not something that I'm trying to build up. It's something that I do on the daily. So the second part to that question, and also can be a different question, is what are you not willing to do? And I think that this is a good thing too, because it helps keep you in boundaries. Like, it's not like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there, and then you burn yourself out, you lose all your money, you go into so much debt and all this stuff. Like, I don't want you to do all of that to build your dream career or your dream life. I want you to be like, what am I doing? What am I willing to do to make it happen? Like, what am I not willing to do to make it happen? And for me, that is losing out on peace, losing out on sleep, and working 7 days a week. I'm not willing to do those things. Everything that I have to do content-wise should be done between Monday and Saturday. Sunday, I want my brain to not think about work. I want it to be a time where I can take care of my house, where I can play my like cozy video games, where I can color, where I can read. Fall's coming up, so I can watch football. Like, that's something that I'm not willing to give up, especially going into this season. You guys have no idea. I'm such a nostalgic person. Fall is just so nostalgic to me. And so I think that just makes me happy. And then knowing Christmas is after that, like, oh my gosh. in the decor for Christmas this year in my house, I've decided that I want to go traditional Christmas. Is that crazy? Maybe. But do I care? No, because again, nostalgia. And I'll be 30. I can do what I want. The very last question is, why does it matter so much to you? So why does my dream life matter? Like the grand scheme of things, not just content creation, but like the overarching, like end all be all, this is what my life looks like when I'm old and gray. Why does that matter so much to me? And it's because I want my future children and I want the people around me to see that we don't have to be stressed out to live a good life. We don't have to hustle to have a good life. We work hard, yes. We put in the work. We do the thing that we need to do to get there, but we don't hustle. We don't burn ourselves out, and we don't get to this place of like constantly wanting to just like crash out. Like this is the new lingo in 2025 is crashing out, and we're not crashing out. We're not going to be crashing out every 5 seconds to get to our dream life. I know there are hard days. Trust me, I know there are hard days. There's days where you don't feel like doing something. There are days where you're not going to want to do XYZ to get to your dream life. Take a break and then get back to it. Like that's why this is so important to me, because I really want to just show and almost prove that we don't need that hustle culture, that we don't need to burn ourselves out 24/7 and do all of these things to live a good life. Okay, so now I want to talk to you a little bit about why I want to do content creation specifically. Like, why is content creation the thing that I want to do full time and why it's a part of my dream life and everything? Like, let's just get into it, okay? So number one, I have always been a creative person. I have been a photographer. I've done nails. If you've watched any of my podcast or any video of mine, my nails are always done and they're always done by me. I also am an artist, so I've just always been a creative person, and content creation is one of those things where I feel like I just get to be all of those things in one. Like I get to be an artist, I get to be a photographer, I get to be a videographer, I get to be a nail artist. Like I don't have to take my nails off for a job. I don't have to put down a hobby for a job. Like I just love content creation. I love that this is a creative outlet for me. I also truly, truly, truly have a heart for women, to see them live their best life, as we would say. Like I've always felt that. I've always felt like I just wanted to be a safe space. And so this has helped me in so many ways meet so many incredible people. Even when I was doing nails, like I met so many incredible people. I have incredible clients. I have incredible friends that I have just met through content creation. And I absolutely love that. And so the fact that I get to not only meet incredible people, but then have a podcast talking about, hey, if you want to build your dream life, we're going to build it together right now, right here, without burning out. So that way you can romanticize your life right now. Like the fact that I just get to romanticize my life and let you guys know that it's okay to romanticize your life is good enough for me. And that's why content creation is so amazing to me. And that's why I want content creation specifically to be a part of my dream life. Why I want it to be full time is because I've never been satisfied in a 9-to-5. I don't know. There's something in my brain that was wired differently, and it just doesn't really work with a 9-to-5. I obviously would have done what I had to do if content creation wasn't a thing, but because it became a thing, I just truly am thankful that we live in an era where we can build businesses online and personal brands and just find community this way. Like this is just such an amazing way to find more community, more people to talk to, and more people to commune with. I am such a weird introvert because I love people. I really, really do, but I also love my own company. And so I don't know where that stands. Maybe that's why I like content creation so much. We'll talk about that another day. I also really love this to be a 9-to-5 because I get to be with my husband. My husband also works from home, so we get to work together. I get to just like enjoy my house, enjoy the things that I like to enjoy throughout the day. And then when we have kids in the future and like start a family, I'll be able to be home with them and take care of them while also still having like a job, still building something that they can be proud of me for when they get older, and just be like happy that their mom was around. And I love that. I love that. And so that is another big why for me. And lastly, content creation is a tool and a stepping stone to getting to that life. And yes, I want to be a full-time content creator, which means, yes, I want to get paid from this. I want that financial freedom. I want to be able to build more things throughout this content creation life. So it is a stepping stone and a tool to getting me to where I want to be in the future. So take all those journal prompts. I'll put them again on the screen. So if you're watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify, if you're on Spotify, you can turn the video on and screenshot these because I'm going to put them on the screen. What does your dream life actually look like? Why do you want it? What are you willing to do to make it happen? What are you not willing to do? And why does it matter so much to you? So screenshot this or write them down, whatever. Take 10 minutes, get real cozy, light a candle, get in the bed. I don't care what you do. I don't care how you define cozy in this moment. Get cozy and journal these out, write these out, and just really like reflect on them. Really think about them and think about your dream life. I think sometimes we have to get past that, like, what does life look like right now? And like, why do I want something right now? I need to get past that. What does my future look like? What is the inner child of me want? What do I want in life? If I could just like choose everything that I wanted, job, car, house, spouse, kids, dog, everything. Like if I can choose all of that and put it like together by myself without any outside factors, what would that look like? What would it look like? Write it down. So I think next week I do want to do another episode on this series in particular, because we're going to talk about how we want to accomplish this. We talked about building the dream life. I talked about how I wanted it to start with content creation and how I want to achieve that by the end of 2025, and you're going to achieve it too. So we're going to talk about how we're going to accomplish getting to that end of the year goal. Like what is the end of the year goal for you? Maybe you made this goal at the beginning of the year. So this is not like a 5-month goal for you and you've been doing it, and I'm so glad, but I'm putting my head down now and I'm getting to work, and we're going to become full-time podcaster and build towards our dream life. That's how we're going to accomplish it. We're going to talk about more steps and all of that next episode. Just to, I guess, give you like one answer for me, how I'm going to accomplish this is committing. I am going to basically, I already am, but stop treating the career that I've made right now as my full-time thing and treat this as my full-time thing. And then my video editing business on the side will become a part-time thing. And that is how I'm going to get this going. Okay. This is how we're going to get this going. The next step is committing. And so next week I'll go like way deeper into the plan and like what that's going to look like to like accomplish this, to get to another step in our dream life. But for today, in this episode, I want you to figure out your why for what you're doing. I guess I should say set a goal for the end of the year or for 2026. I don't care when you set the goal. I just care that you have that why and you have the goal in mind and you're going to make steps to go to work toward it. So I'm not saying that you need to have a 5-month goal like me, but if you want to, I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm not going to be mad about it. We can do this together and get to that goal by the end of 2025. All right. So I want to see like your why, your answers, everything. I'm going to have my email down below, but you can also DM me on Instagram, DM me on TikTok. I don't think there's DMs on YouTube. Is there? I don't know. I want you to DM me, email me, whatever your answers to this, if you like feel comfortable sharing that. If you do that, you can let me know if you want me to share it or not share it. Obviously, I'm respecting your privacy. If you just want me to see it, then that's cool too. But I would love to see it and love to know your why and what your dream life looks like and why you're doing it. And I just think that that would be amazing. And then next week, we'll talk about that a little bit and we'll get into how we're going to actually accomplish those. But I thank you guys so, so, so much for being here. I am so ready to be in this dream life. And again, like I said, I don't know if it's because I'm going to be 30 in a few months or if it's because I just like am tired of the same old, but we definitely are going to get somewhere new by the end of the year. So, with all that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Happy Sunday if you're listening on a Sunday. And until next time, I'll see you throughout the week on my socials. So follow me at It's Michaela Barnes. And until next Sunday here on YouTube, bye everybody. Stay cozy.